What up, family? How was your weekend? I hope it was blessed. Did you allow yourself to rest, recharge, reflect, recoup, rewind? Did you? Only you would know that. I hope so. So how's everybody? You're starting a brand new week. New emotions, new reference points, but more importantly, new blessings. And isn't it the underlining measure? Isn't it? I think so. So how's everybody doing? How you doing? Yeah, you. Yeah, you. So, got a new week, y'all. Starting out, and guess what? You should have an inkling in your heart and your spirit. Because see, every day that you have an opportunity to take that beloved breath, that brings you that's more opportunity to change or focus on what's more important. That should be your endeavors. That should be what matters to you most. I know that needs to go out to someone. I know somebody woke up this morning and you said, you know what? Bump that. I need to get back to what's important. Some of you may be thinking about returning back to school. Some of you may be seriously want to make a decision. Well, you know what? I need to go and look at that resume. Maybe I need to tweak some things because you have a focus on where you would like to work. You know, you've got the credentials. You already know. You've already done the work. But it seems that for some reason things are not falling into place. It could be it could be just how it's formatted. You got to remember when it comes to jobs, whatever the job description is, your resume should match. I know that needs to go out to someone. Look at your resume. Look at it that way. Is it formatted the way that the job description is describing it? You know how to do the job. You've probably been doing the job for a long time. And in the back of your mind, because you gotta love that devil, had convinced you to give up, to stay with the status quo. Don't go against the grain. But everybody in your environment looks to you as the expert. Now's the time to take your rightful place. Maybe it isn't about the money. Maybe it's about ultimate change. Maybe it might be something that you see that needs to be rectified, but it seems like it is constantly overlooked. Why? Because you're the one that's going to change it. You're going to be the one that's going to have the influence to implement what needs to be corrected, which overall is going to unhinge that blockage. I know that needs to go out to somebody because see, you got that fortitude in you already. You already know what doesn't work, but you also know that underlining, you don't want to compromise yourself any longer. Yes, there are people in your midst that have made a conscious decision to fall back. Well, if it ain't got nothing to do with my paycheck, it is what it is. But you know there's an inkling inside that, no, this ain't right. And somebody has to step up. Someone has to come out of the shadows. Someone has to put their neck on the line for change. I think it's you. Yeah, that's right. That's why your heart's doing what it's doing right now, because I'm talking to your spirit. Have courage. Have courage. So this is a new week, y'all. I hope that what was experienced the week before, moments before that, that this is a week that is going to, you're going to start to see some change. You may even see some validation in this. There may be some, you're going to come to work, you're going to find out that what was a living constant ain't there. And what I mean by that, you may come to work and the faces that you normally see, somebody missing. Come to find out, they ain't in there no more. Come to find out, they may have been the root of all your problems too. I know that need to go out to somebody. But nonetheless, I wanted to take this time to reach out to each and every one of you. Wherever you are, make this week a stress-free week as best as you can. Now, I granted, there is such things as workplace instigators, or call it what it is. You got some bullies out there that, you know, these people, which is kind of funny, figuratively, because when they use their position to address what needs, it's the way they go about doing it. But what I want you to understand is, let that water come off your shoulder. I know this is going out to somebody, because somebody, you are in a job that you truly enjoy. But what makes it difficult is the dynamic to do your job. You're at a point like, I can't talk to this person, Joe. No matter how hard I try to be concise, I'm respect this person. They just come at my throat for what? And it's stressing me out. If this is the case, what you need to do, first and foremost, are you praying? Yeah, ooh, I said the P word. That's right. See, if you allow yourself to walk out your door without any spiritual protection, you are vulnerable on all sides, even the things unbeknownst to you. So it's very important that you pray for spiritual protection. What I always say, you think that your existence as you know it right now, you're supposed to be going through this unnecessarily? No. But we are responsible to toe our line. We are all responsible for our way of life. So I'll say this. If you are in an environment that you are totally unhappy, because all the money in the world is not going to give you peace of mind. If you're just doing this job just because of the paycheck, guess what? You'll have a whole lot of money, but you won't be able to enjoy it, because it will have an effect on you physically, but it will have an impact emotionally first. In other words, I could turn around and say, hey, look, I need you to step outside, and it's just a light mist. Just a light mist, right? If I have you out there long enough, you're going to get hypothermia. Even though it's just little, you understand what I'm saying? Compared to a hard downpour. No. Consistency. Being consistent. So, now we are in that dynamic now that you ain't got no more room. Your back is already to the wall now. You can't go no further, so only choice you got is go forward. So which means you got to look at where you're going. And the question is, do you know? Do you know? What is it that is keeping your feet shackled to that issue, that fear, that pain? Don't you think it's time that you finally address it? Come on now. I know I'm talking to somebody. Some of you may have did this because you were so exhausted in whatever caused that trauma or disappointment. You said, the hell with it, packed up and went, thinking that new environment, new faces will change a new perspective. And now you're starting to see the reality is, guess what? You took that with you because it's inside your well-being. So now, let's make this beginning of the week that you decide. Let's go in that emotional backpack. What is that thing? What was that disappointment that you've been holding on so much? Yes, you've been married to it. You've been married to this pain for a long, long time. Maybe now's the time that you'll finally take accountability and how you played in it, directly or indirectly. Because you gotta realize, y'all, people can't do to you what you won't allow. So there had to be some type of sign up. But let me throw this disclaimer. I also know a lot of times the way we think, the makeup of our psychology is based off our childhood too. So you may be still wrestling with scars. You may be still dealing with the realities of your family. The person that may have hurt you the most is still there, has not changed, and is causing you anguish. And you're saying, why are they this way? You're not the crazy one. You never was. But you got to also understand this too. It is a choice to entertain it. So you got to understand, as they say, the ones that love you hurt you the most. But if you love yourself more, it can weigh and deflect the sting. You can't change somebody. They have to make a choice to do it for themselves. So, if that is your dilemma, it is imperative that you continue to define your life. Like I said, stop beating yourself up because of what they've done. I know that needs to go out to somebody. It has caused nothing but anguish and impulsive actions in your choices for you to actually, you know what I'm saying? You made choices because of what they did, and you're saying, well, why is it they get a free pass? They don't. See, what you might not realize is because of that image of what they portray out, really these people are some of the most miserable people on this planet. Because, see, they refuse to look at what went wrong in their lives. They refuse to. So, you can either make a choice, pray for them, by all means forgive them, but you keep living. And the more and more you do that, the stronger and stronger you become. That's why traumas have longevity. Because we, especially our community, we refuse to talk about the things that hurt us the most. A lot of it did have to do with how our mentality was structured. I mean, let's go back to even slavery times. Let's go back. I'm just making a point. Because even back then, especially women back then went through the most trauma ever, because their children were taken from them. The people that they loved were murdered. You think all that don't have an impact on you emotionally? And then coming through generation after generation after generation, it was taught to don't talk about what bothers you because it'll make you weak. But if you don't address it, it slowly but surely, it will kill you. It will. Why do you think we have so much issues and advertisement now talking about ailments and diseases that are attacking the neurological system? Neurological systems is your brain, your mind. So if your mind's not right, your body is not going to be right. I know that needs to go out to somebody. If you turn around And if you don't believe me, go up there, your search engine, and look it up for yourself. How many diseases and ailments are contributed to a neurological disorder? And you'll be surprised. About 85% of what is contributed to man has to start with your mindset first. A healthy mind is a healthy life. So, don't you think you're worth it? I do too. Now, lastly, so you're gonna go through your week, and guess what? You're gonna be tested. You think that you're gonna get a pass? You think the devil ain't sitting up there in a cut? Oh, okay. You see your worth now. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and go after that one fear that you won't look at. And I'm going to bring somebody in your life that will remind you, will be an emotional trigger, and see how well you do. That's what happens. The devil's a liar. Love yourself more. I hope you guys have a blessed week. Always place God first in everything you do. But more importantly, ground your feet and watch how this week play out, and watch what you see. Nothing happens by chance, but only by divine intention. And you're worth it. God is praying for you. You know I am. I see your worth. And for that, it helps me discern mine. Now, you got to also remember this, y'all. We are extensions of those who come before us. So guess what? If the people that are come before you ain't got it together, aren't you the one that's supposed to break the cycle? Do something different and love yourself more. Stay blessed, y'all. Bye.